The American Character Project. L.A. and History. Flora and Dora. Who is an American? Our story. My parents and our older sister moved to Israel from communist Romania in 1989. We were born in Tel Aviv, Israel in 1995. Our family is Hungarian and we speak lots of languages. We were born in Tel Aviv, a big city off the shores of the Mediterranean. So pretty, look at the beaches and sunshine. In the summer of 2003, when we turned 8, our parents told us we are going to summer camp. We should have gotten the clue when we saw the packing boxes. Next, we flew across Europe, the Atlantic, and the USA and landed in Seattle. When we arrived at our new house, Mom and Dad said, "We moved to America." We were like, "What?" Suddenly, we had to adjust to so many new things, but we hardly knew anything about America and Americans. We didn't even know English. All we kind of knew was, Americans eat turkey. Turkey is a weird bird. Windows come from Seattle. Football, we never seen an oval-shaped ball before. But luckily, we started going to school in Seattle. First, we went to international school where we learned English, and after only 3 months, we were ready to go to a normal school. We cried a lot, and with time, we have been here for 10 years. We managed to learn a few new things. So who is an American? Let's draw a big pie. We all love pie. We see Americans as patriots, immigrants, charitable, friendly, entrepreneurs, hardworking, democratic, Republican, diverse, free, creative, scrappy, brave, and charming, struggling and succeeding. We chose to define the American character from the point of view of the immigrant. Time to get serious. Let's dig in. Sources. Immigration. Immigration and the desire to move to a better place is ingrained into the American story. Yes, we all know about Ellis Island in New York and how it housed and welcomed many immigrants from Europe that wanted a fresh start. During the Great Migration from 1900 to 1930, more than 6 million African Americans migrated from the rural South to the urban areas of the Northeast, Midwest, and West. Because of the lack of opportunities in the South and the unfavorable laws, by moving away and building new communities in urban cities, African Americans were able to slowly define their unique cultural history and live freely without fear and prosecution. Freedom. The Bill of Rights, in our opinion, is what attracts so many people to live here. It guarantees sanctuary and freedom to all people regardless of what they say or believe. Patriotism. When writing about an American soldier, Tim O'Brien in his book, The Things They Carried, said, "In many ways he was like America itself, big and strong, full of good intentions, a roll of fat jiggling at his belly, slow of foot, but always plodding along, always there when you needed him, a believer in the virtues of simplicity and directness and hard labor. Like his country, too, Dobbins was drawn towards sentimentality." Patriotism is defined as love for or devotion to one's country. This is one of the strongest values that we as Americans hold. It's more than wearing white, red, and blue. It's about the devotion to the beliefs that held this country together since 1776. This holds true the most in times of war, where everyone comes together to support the men and women who are fighting to preserve our way of life. Regardless of our politics, the troops and their sacrifice are the best mark of patriotism. The troops represent our American values in the world. Struggle. So many Americans are driven by their struggles in life. People that had nothing managed to build states, businesses, families, homes. The American dream, after all, is the promise that success comes from hard work and ambition. The story of the Native Americans and their struggles both sad and inspiring. The mini-series We Shall Remain shows how Native people bravely resisted expulsion from their lands and fought the extinction of their culture. The struggle to maintain their identity and culture. With their forced constant migration, they achieved this from nothing. This is the mark of the American character. We build communities and histories from struggle and scratch. Democratic. All over the world, when people think America, they say big democracy. We are a country that kicked out the British and their king and worked hard at defining what is our brand of democracy. The Federal Papers are a series of letters and documents in which our founding fathers attempted to define how this country will be shaped. Voting, presidency, judges, Congress, and laws were all handled in these papers. Later, these papers became the foundation to the Constitution. Diverse. Americans hold different beliefs and traditions that are shaped by the diverse history of their ancestry. In the poem Raised by Women, Kelly Norman Ellis describes the way she was raised, the food, the values, and her culture. I was raised by chitterling eating, vegetarian cooking, cornbread's so good you want to lay down and die baking. Go on, baby, get yourself a plate, kind of women. We can all substitute Ellie's words with our own. We were raised with eating beef goulash and pita bread with hummus, and we still celebrate holidays that our parents were raised with. This is what is so wonderful about living here. Being diverse is celebrated. Being unique is cool. So let's go back to the original question. What is an American? An American is a person who has struggled and has ambitions to build a better life. Our identity is not one of constant success and triumph. Our achievements grow from our struggles. Here are some people whose struggle and success inspires us. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jack Johnson, Susan B. Anthony, Harvey Milk, Amelia Earhart, and many others. And let's not forget our mom and dad. Thanks to their struggle and ambition, our family is an American success story.